Do you ever feel like time is slipping through your fingers? Like every year you promise yourself you'll get your finances in order, but somehow life keeps getting in the way. If you're over 30 and still don't have a plan, let me tell you something that might sting a little. You're running out of time to change the trajectory of your financial future. But here's the good news. It's not too late. The truth is, most wealthy people didn't start their journey in their teens or early 20s. Many began right where you are, at a crossroads, realizing that the habits that got them here weren't going to get them to where they wanted to be. What you do from this moment forward will determine whether you thrive or just survive. So, stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down the habits and mindset shifts that the wealthy swear by. These are the keys to building lasting wealth, and the best part? They're habits anyone can adopt, starting today. Here's the deal. Building wealth isn't just about earning more. It's about managing what you have and using it to create more. Right now, the biggest threat to your financial success isn't the lack of money. It's the habits you've been dragging along for years, the ones that keep you broke, stressed, and feeling like you're never making progress. But let me ask you this. What if you could completely flip the script? What if, 5 or 10 years from now, you could look back at this moment and say, that was when everything changed? It's possible. And it starts with understanding a few simple, powerful principles that wealthy people live by. Let's start with habit number 1. Pay yourself first. Most people spend their lives working for money, but the wealthy? They make their money work for them. Paying yourself first means that the moment you get paid, a portion of your income, at least 20%, goes straight into savings or investments, before you pay a single bill or indulge in any luxury. Think about it. If you're not prioritizing your own future, who will? Wealthy people understand that every dollar they save today has the potential to grow into $10 or $20 tomorrow. Compound interest isn't just a financial term. It's the most powerful wealth-building tool there is. Are you doing this right now? Or are you spending first and saving whatever's left over? Be honest with yourself. This one change could be the difference between financial freedom and a lifetime of paycheck-to-paycheck living. Let's move to habit number 2. Stop trading your time for money. Here's a harsh truth. If your income depends solely on the hours you work, there's a hard cap on how much you can earn. Why? Because time is finite. The wealthy understand this, and that's why they focus on creating multiple streams of passive income. To be precise, this could mean investing in stocks that pay dividends, owning rental properties, or starting a business that generates revenue even while they sleep. The idea is simple. You want your money to work harder than you do. Imagine earning money even when you're on vacation. That's what building wealth is all about. You might be thinking, I don't have enough money to start investing. But that's exactly the mindset that keeps people stuck. You don't need a fortune to start. You just need consistency. Start small. Even $50 a month invested wisely can grow into tens of thousands over time. Remember, every wealthy person started somewhere. They weren't born knowing how to invest. They learned, they failed, and they kept going. The only difference between them and you is that they started. So, why not you? Now, let's talk about habit number 3. And this one might surprise you. Eliminate your toxic money beliefs. What do you tell yourself about money? Do you believe it's hard to make? That rich people are greedy? Or that you'll never have enough? These beliefs are like chains holding you back, and until you break them, no amount of money will ever feel like enough. Wealthy people think differently. They see money as a tool, a means to freedom, security, and impact. They don't fear money, and they don't resent those who have it. Instead, they study it, respect it, and use it to create opportunities for themselves and others. Take a moment and ask yourself, what's one belief about money that's holding you back? Maybe it's fear of risk. Maybe it's guilt about wanting more. Whatever it is, recognize it, challenge it, and replace it with something better. For example, instead of saying, I'm bad with money, start saying, I'm learning to master my finances. The words you use have power. Change your mindset, and your actions will follow. These 3 habits alone, paying yourself first, building passive income, and shifting your money mindset, can transform your financial future. But we're just getting started. Coming up, I'll share a habit that wealthy people swear by to maximize their time and achieve more than most people do in a lifetime. Stick with me, because the next part could be the most important one yet. Now that you understand the foundation of building wealth, let's talk about habit number 4. Master the art of prioritizing your time. Here's the reality. Time is your most valuable asset. Unlike money, you can't earn more of it. So how you spend your time directly impacts your financial success. Wealthy people understand this, and they focus relentlessly on high-value activities. They know how to say no to distractions and yes to opportunities that drive results. Take a look at your daily habits. Are you spending hours scrolling through social media or binge-watching shows, telling yourself you'll start tomorrow? Imagine what you could achieve if even a fraction of that time was spent learning a new skill, networking, or planning your next move. The wealthy aren't afraid to delegate tasks that don't serve their long-term goals. They hire people to handle the things they don't need to do themselves so they can focus on what truly matters. You don't have to be rich to start delegating. You can begin by outsourcing small tasks to free up time for activities that generate more income or help you grow personally and professionally. Here's a challenge. For the next week, track how you spend your time. Write down everything. Then, identify at least 1 or 2 time wasters you can eliminate. Replace them with productive habits, like reading a book on investing, starting a side hustle, or simply planning your financial goals. Remember, every hour you waste is an hour you can never get back. But every hour you invest wisely brings you one step closer to the life you want. And speaking of investing wisely, this brings us to habit number 5. Surround yourself with the right people. There's a famous saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by people who complain about money, live paycheck to paycheck, or don't believe in setting goals, their mindset will rub off on you. Wealthy people intentionally build their networks. They seek out mentors, join groups of like-minded individuals, and spend time with people who challenge and inspire them. They understand that success isn't just about what you know. It's also about who you know. So, take a moment and ask yourself, who are you spending the most time with? Are they lifting you up or holding you back? If you're serious about building wealth, start surrounding yourself with people who are already where you want to be. Learn from them, ask questions, and don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. And remember, you don't have to meet these people in person. In today's world, you can access podcasts, online communities, and courses led by some of the most successful individuals on the planet. At this point, you've learned how to prioritize your time, shift your mindset, and build a powerful network. But there's one final habit that ties it all together, a habit that's often overlooked but is absolutely essential to long-term wealth. Now, let's talk about habit number 6. Take consistent action, no matter how small. Here's a truth most people overlook. Success doesn't come from massive leaps. It comes from small, consistent steps taken every single day. The wealthy understand that consistency beats intensity every time. They know that saving $10 a day, investing regularly, or dedicating just 1 hour a day to learning can have life-changing results over time. Think about it this way. If you save just $5 a day about the cost of a cup of coffee, you have over $1,800 at the end of the year. Invest that, and compound interest turns it into tens of thousands over time. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up. You don't need to make the perfect investment or start the perfect business. You just need to start. Wealthy people don't wait for the right time because they know it doesn't exist. They act now and adjust as they go. So, what's one small action you can take today? Maybe it's opening a savings account, researching investment platforms, or reaching out to a mentor. Whatever it is, commit to doing it today. Because every day you wait is another day you're pushing your dreams further into the future. And here's the secret. Once you start, momentum kicks in. Small wins build confidence, and before you know it, you're achieving things you never thought possible. Building wealth isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. It requires patience, resilience, and a willingness to play the long game. The wealthy don't get discouraged by setbacks because they know that every step forward, no matter how small, brings them closer to their goals. You're not just creating wealth for today, you're creating a legacy. Imagine a future where money isn't a source of stress, but a tool that gives you freedom to live on your own terms. That future starts with the actions you take right now. You've made it this far, and now you have the tools and the knowledge to start building the life you've always dreamed of. But knowledge alone isn't enough. It's what you do with it that counts. So here's my challenge to you. Choose one habit we've talked about today and start applying it immediately. Whether it's paying yourself first, investing in your future, or breaking free from toxic beliefs, take that first step. Your future self will thank you. And if this video has inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss more content that will help you take control of your finances and your life. Remember, the difference between where you are now and where you want to be is what you choose to do today. You have everything you need to succeed. It's time to take action and make it happen. We're nearing the end, but this last part could be the most important yet. You've learned about the habits that wealthy people live by, but here's the final truth. Success is not just about habits. It's about identity. The wealthiest people don't just act wealthy. They think, speak, and see themselves as creators of value. They don't view wealth as something external they have to chase. They see it as a reflection of the person they're becoming. Here's a question for you. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as someone who is capable of building wealth, of living the life you've always dreamed of? Or are you stuck in an old story, telling yourself that wealth is for other people? To truly transform your financial life, you need to start believing that you deserve success and are capable of achieving it. This belief will drive your actions, your habits, and ultimately, your results. One powerful way to strengthen this identity is through visualization and goal setting. Wealthy people set clear, specific goals for their future. They don't just say, "I want to be rich." They say, "I will have $1 million in investments by the time I'm 40." Or, "I'll own a successful business that generates $10,000 a month in passive income." Then, they visualize what that life looks like. They imagine themselves living in the home they've dreamed of, traveling the world, or giving back to causes they care about. Visualization isn't just wishful thinking, it programs your brain to look for opportunities and solutions that align with your goals. Here's what I want you to do. Take 5 minutes after this video and write down your biggest financial goal. Be specific. Then, write down 3 actions you can take this week to move closer to that goal. And don't just stop there. Revisit this goal every morning. Make it a part of your daily routine. The more you focus on it, the more momentum you'll build. You've spent these last few minutes learning, reflecting, and imagining what's possible. But now it's time to take the most important step of all, action. The life you want is waiting for you. The question is, are you ready to claim it? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Because every great success story begins with a single step, and today, that step is yours to take. If this message resonated with you, don't let it end here. Like this video, leave a comment about the habit you're committing to, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And if you haven't already, subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Your future is in your hands. Go out there and make it extraordinary.